So let's see how we can use subclasses in ECMAScript 6. I'm going to remove one of these. So for example, I'm going to remove this method right here. And everything from here is going to be fine. I'm going to remove also this code. You can see that we have this class client. And if you remember, when we were learning this object constructor, we built this business and we inherit the constructor and the methods using prototypes. Now we're going to do the same, but using classes. So you can see that we define the class client right here. Here on the bottom, I'm gonna create a new class. I'm gonna call this one, we're gonna business class, and this is going to be class business. And in order to inherit this, we need to use extends, and then the name of the class that we are trying to extend or to inherit into this new business. So doing this extends, we're going to inherit all the properties and methods into this new class. We can create or add new methods, override the methods, or we can add more properties. So you can see, for example, here we have the constructor, and this is taking the name and the balance. In the previous example, this is taking name, balance, phone, and category. So we're going to create this constructor, and we're going to open the curly braces, and we're going to pass the name, the balance, the phone, and the category for this business. If you remember, if you open the app.js, we use this .cal that is going to use the syntax that we have on the top. It's going to inherit the properties, name, and balance, since we're using this also in the business class. And you can see that we're using a method called call. We're going to use here a method called super, and we need to pass the main properties. So in this case, we need to access name and balance. So we're going to add super name and balance. So using this, we're going to access the parent constructor properties. Since these are the same, name and balance, they are also in the client class. The phone and the category, we need to add something like this. This.name equals name. This.balance equals balance. We're going to copy this, and we're going to replace the values in the category. So this is going to be the same as this, as we did in the last example with prototypes and object constructors. So let's open again the app.js, and we're going to create a new business. We're going to instantiate the subclass, and we're going to add subcons business equals a new business, and we're going to pass business name right here, business name. We're going to add some amount, any number is going to be fine, and then we're going to add a category. This is going to be real estate. So we're going to add console.log business, save this, and you can see that we created this new object using this subclass that is inheriting everything from the client. If you remember in the example with the prototypes, we need to also inherit the constructor and the prototype and everything. And in this case of the business, you can, for example, you will have access to all the methods from the parent class. So for example, if you want to print this client info, you can add a dot client info, and you don't have to do nothing else, because using this extends, you will have access to the properties and also to all the methods. So we have this client info right here, and this is going to be the same client info as we have here on the main class or the parent class. Let's say that you want to print also the phone number and the category using this same method with this same name. You can override that method. So you have to call this method the same name as we have in the parent class. So we're going to add client info, and we're going to return And I'm gonna copy also the body of the function. We're gonna copy everything, paste right here, and right here after this curly brace, I'm going to add the font, and the font is going to be this dot font, and also the category, which is going to be this dot category. So save this, and now you can see that client info from the business is going to print the name of the business, the balance, the membership, but also is going to print the font and the category since we override this client info method. So you can also override these static methods. You can copy this, for example, copy and paste, and now you can see we have welcome to your bank. We can add something like welcome to banking for business. Just remember that in this case, you have to use the business class. So console.log, business welcome, and save this. And now you can see we have welcome to banking for business. If we want to print the welcome for the clients, you can copy this and paste right here and add client like this. Now you can see we have welcome to your bank. So you can see that we in this business class, we override the constructor, we override the client info, and also this welcome. So for example, you can see that we have this get balance. So we can use this also in the business. Console.log, business, and then get balance like this. And now you can see we have the balance. So you will only override the methods where you want to change something or you want something different. In the case of the methods like this one, get balance, if you want to use the same functionality, you can let the method as it is. Once you extend this into the other class, this is going to be inherited also. So in the next chapter, we're going to develop a project. First, we're going to use prototypes. Then we're going to use classes. So you will see the difference. But you can see that this is really clear. The syntax when you create a class is more cleaner than using prototypes. But prototypes are still useful, especially since these classes are a new feature of ECMAScript 6. Prototypes, in the other hand, they have more browser support because they have been around for more years than classes. So let's continue working in the next video. In the next chapter, we're going to develop a new project.